To do our official start.
Good morning, Karen. It's Michelle.
I guess not. I'm going to remind everybody too to put yourself on mute, because here's what happens when you're talking. So depending on what view you're in, if you're not on mute and you rustle a paper and somebody else is talking, either your telephone number comes up or your face or something, and it interrupts the speaker. So just make sure you're on mute. And if you're on a computer, you might be able to hit your space bar when you want to talk. So you can just hold that down while you talk and then raise it up. So Gregory, I guess we're ready to get started.
Yeah, and we're broadcasting on Facebook.
Oh, I can't hear you.
Oh, you can't
hear anybody.
Yeah, I think we can hear you, but you can't hear us.
I don't hear anything.
Yeah.
I can hear you. It's scary. I can hear you.
Well, we are broadcasting live.
Gregory, I cannot hear you.
You can't hear
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Nod your head if you can hear me. Okay, I can't hear Gregory. Can everybody else hear Gregory?
Yes.
It's just me that I can't hear anybody. Well, I guess somebody's gonna have to take over. I don't know what to do.
Well,
I always can hear. That is weird.
Well, I'll start talking.
I heard you a minute ago.
Obviously, when Karen starts hearing, she'll start talking. So good morning, everyone. Welcome to our Monday morning product chat. And we do these little chats every Monday morning to just kind of share the good news of the results that people are seeing and experiencing with LifeWave. We don't mention disease names. We try and keep it identifying symptoms. And there's, it's like Robin likes to say, Robin's right here, and she likes to say, we get to wake up every morning and hear miracle stories.
Every day.
I can't do much since I can't hear, and I'm probably interrupting somebody.
Me. Yes. Yeah. I don't know what happened with your speakers there, Karen, but so we can just go ahead and get started. Does anybody have a product story they'd like to share? And then, we can also do some product questions.
I'm going away.
Can you hear us? Still can't hear us. Sorry, Karen. Who's got a story they'd like to share?
I'll share a story.
Oh, very good. Thank you, Patty.
Yeah. So when I started on X39, having used many network marketing products in the past in my life, X39 had the wow factor for me. And I've never experienced that with a network marketing product. And the wow factor for me was a boost of energy that was sustainable. It wasn't a caffeine boost of energy. It wasn't a one of those bull drink boosts of energy. It was just like I feel energized. And the other thing that I loved about it was and this is the very first day I used it, is that I was able to have the ability to focus and had clarity of thought. And I have undiagnosed attention deficit, child probably. I don't like labels, so I don't like adopting anything like that. But I had a tendency to flip around. I'd start something and then I'd flip over to this and I flip over that and I flip over this. And I noticed with the X39 that I was able to start something and stay with it. And so I absolutely love that. And the other thing is that I had an overall sense of well-being, kind of that nirvana feeling. And I love that as well. So, but overusing it for a period of time, I had chronic neck and shoulder pain because my shoulders go to my ears when I'm stressed, and that pain has totally dissolved. I rarely suffer from it. And so to me, that's a total miracle. And also at the time I had a torn shoulder muscle in my shoulder, that little thing up here that I think it's called, I don't think that's a disease, calling it a rotator cuff tear.
Fine.
And that is 100% healed as well. So I'm a huge fan. Thank you.
That's wonderful. That's actually very wonderful, Patty. How long have you been using the products to get all these wonderful results?
On and off for a year now.
Okay.
And so I went off for reasons that I'd rather not discuss. They were financial.
That's okay.
And so I'm back on course and I'm back in business and determined to become a successful network marketer.
Woohoo. Well, we're here for you to support that.
Persistence. I know that.
And Robin wants me to invite you to be a testimonial on tomorrow night's doctor's call if you would enjoy doing that.
Holy moly. Really?
Yeah. Really?
Wow.
Say really.
Really? Okay, well, I won't say no.
Okay, that's wonderful.
I'll
Thank
say yes.
you. That's a great testimonial. You did it very, very well. And, you know, I just wanted to, I wasn't able to be there for the January conference in Las Vegas, but, you know, I heard the results of the clinical trials being done on X39 and cognitive function and how, you know, it's documented through, you know, elaborate testing, EKG and whatever else they do. And it's
Yeah.
cumulative over time. So our brains are getting younger too. Isn't that great?
Oh, it's phenomenally great. Yes. Phenomenally great to be able to focus and have clarity is like
That's
huge.
beautiful. Oh, thanks, Patty. Anybody else would like to share this morning? That was a great start. Thank you very much.
I'll share.
Okay.
I had one of my customers come by yesterday and she was on 3 medications for her blood pressure and she's now off 2 of them. And her blood pressure is the best it's been in a very long time. My husband has also seen a great reduction in his blood pressure. And another story about my husband, several years ago, he was diagnosed with an illness where you get fluid in the back of your eye.
They're seeing that picture of me.
Had to get shots in his eye to clear it up. And the last time he had a shot was last November.
Wow.
And we had only started wearing the patches the end of August. And he was getting a shot about every 8 weeks. And he went in and January, February, didn't need a shot, then decided he wasn't going because of COVID. Went on July 13th and his eye was still dry. And the doctor said, you can go 3 months. He saw the doctor in September and it's still dry. And the doctor said, we'll go another 3 months. And if it's still dry, we'll go every 6 months. So it's been pretty amazing.
That's wonderful. That's so beautiful. And Karen, I see your back. Do you have audio? I guess not. That's so beautiful. Thanks for sharing, Darlene. Wow, lots of great results. You know, stories, info tells, stories sell. And these are the type of stories that really compel people to want to try our products, combined with our 90-day unconditional money-back guarantee for customers and 30 days for distributors. What do you got to lose except, you know, those symptoms of aging? Who else would like to go and share a story?
Hi, Gregory, it's Tim.
Yeah, Tim.
I had some similar experience with the drying of the eye thing. So that is definitely improving for me. But last night, last couple of days, I've been shoveling a lot of dirt, putting in some new garden beds and stuff. And that was bound to catch up, you know. And it was in the middle of the night when it did. And my leg was just like going crazy because of, you know, sciatic kind of stuff. And I had the X39 behind my neck and I just took it off and stuck it on my leg. Thought, well, let's hope for the best. And really within about 10 minutes, it went down by at least half. And when I got up, it was gone.
Nice. Your leg was gone?
Yes, but I found it, fortunately, in the covers. But I had no more pain.
That's great. Oh, gotta love it. Yeah. Oh, great. Who else would like to share this morning?
I think Marlene is trying to talk, but she's muted.
Oh, Marlene, can you want me to, let's see, ask to unmute. Okay, I think you're unmuted, Marlene. Can't hear you, still can't hear you. Sorry. and it doesn't look like you're muted. Yeah,
Hey, Gregory, this is Karen. Can you hear me?
we can hear
Yay.
you. Can you hear us?
I can. I switched to my phone. But I had the phone on speakers, and as soon as I walked close to the speakers, they shut down. I think there's something wrong with my body.
You're just radiating such incredible light that it's
You're
just,
right.
It must be. Well, I want to share a quick story from
go ahead.
yesterday. The smoke, we left the doors open because they told us on the news the smoke would blow away, and it didn't. And so it was the night before last. And yesterday I started to get where, like, I can always take a deep breath. It just feels wonderful. I was taking a deep breath and coughing and feeling horrible. And so I was thinking, what can I do? What can I do? So I took, because I was feeling really awful, and I took and put an Eon on each of my lung points, like right about here. I have it again. And within about 2 hours, well, actually less than that, maybe even an hour, it hardly hurt at all. I wasn't coughing, and it totally went away. That was really pretty cool. And I know it was just the smoke really bothering me. I'm real sensitive to smoke. But anyway, just thought I'd share that with you. Also, of course, I had an X39 on.
I'll turn the call back over to you, Karen. This is your Monday call, so go ahead.
You were doing an awfully good job. Okay, although I didn't hear most of it. All right, well, we are.
It
just
looked
at
good
my-
anyway.
I know, right? Well, we still have a good 9 minutes to share, and I missed all the first stories. I'm so sad, but you don't need to tell them over. That wouldn't be fair. I can check it out on LifeWave, on Facebook. So that's what I want you all to tell your friends to do too. Check it out on YouTube or Facebook. So who's next? Who has a story they'd like to share, big or small? We like them all.
This is Ray from Texas.
Hi, Ray.
Right. I got a customer that they had a 2-year-old got an allergic bite from a bug, and her little arm swelled up in hand.
Oh.
And they used Eon and a glutathione, and they were going to take her to the doctor in the morning because it happened late. But it started clearing up right away, and by the morning there's just a little bit of swelling in the hand left, and the arm was fine. So
Wow,
went down real
that
quick.
is nice. Yeah, and it saved him an ER visit, right?
Yeah.
Or just a doctor. Either way, it was good.
Here's a tip on the experimenting with the patches. On the ice wave before, I've worked with my wife. She has some problems with pain. And I've had it before where I couldn't get any results with the ice wave using the white patch, but I swapped the Eon in place of the white ice wave and used the tan ice wave in the Eon and got results with that. So that's a little tip.
It pays to be creative and do a little guessing and trying things and seeing what works. You never know. That's awesome. Good tip, because once in a while that does happen. Thank you. Who's next? We have a small but quiet group today. I guess I've missed all the ones. I'm not used to being
Marlene,
on my
it looks
phone.
like Marlene's still trying to talk, but Marlene, we can't hear you.
Marlene, I know how you feel. That technology, that won't work. We'd love to hear from you, Marlene.
Somebody text her and ask her to come back in, close out, come back in.
Something is just going on strange today. I just got a note from someone else that sometimes they can't hear. So it might be maybe something with, maybe we'll just blame it on Zoom, right? So guys, a lot of you haven't actually heard me talk about my husband's story. Since it's so quiet out there, I'm gonna talk a little bit about him and how I got involved with LifeWave. My husband is a little older than me. I'm just a kid, I'm only 70, and my husband's 85. And when he was 83, we had come back from a trip, and he suddenly got a lot of heart problems. He had a quadruple bypass a long time ago, but it was bugging him on the way home. And by the time we got home, he just was feeling terrible. And we went into the doctor, and we already knew this. He has a couple of organs that just won't work. They're called, well, they just would get an F if I was grading them at school. And the doctors weren't giving us any hope. He literally couldn't walk across a room. He couldn't put 2 socks on in a row. He'd have to put 1 sock on, rest, put the other one on. And he had no energy. He couldn't sleep at night. He would sit up, and most of the time he would just sit with his head hanging over. And the thing with him is he would then during the day not being able to do anything. The light went out of his eyes. And I know this is kind of a long one. I'm going kind of a little bit long. And he had no personality. His sense of humor was gone. And I was telling Robin, I wasn't sure if I'd have him tomorrow. I was that scared, and the doctors were giving me no hope. And we started using the patches, and over a period of 3 months, and I say 3 months because every change was gradual, but at the end of 3 months, what we realized was he was walking across rooms. He was putting both socks on at a time. He was getting fully dressed. Now he gets up. This has been 1.5 years now. So this is long-term. We've been using it. Gets up, gets a shower. You know, he'll go out and take the dog out. I mean, he's not what I would call like a 20-year-old vital person, but at 85, he's doing really well. He's holding his own. He takes, gosh, 3, 4, even sometimes 5 walks, short walks a day. And he's doing really, really well. So I just wanted to throw that in. And that's a big one. And it was gradual, and nothing came like a blast, not like getting myself to be able to breathe deep. So anyway, since it's so quiet, I thought I'd reshare that story with y'all. Who's next? I cannot hear anybody again. Would somebody talk just so I know you're there?
We can hear you, Karen. Yeah.
Oh, good. That's what counts, right?
Yeah.
Although I'm done talking now.
Okay.
Who'd like to bless us with another story?
I have a little one. This is Michelle. I
Hi,
had some
Michelle.
dental surgery recently, and it was pretty painful. They put the temporary teeth, right up against where they had done the surgery. And I thought, ooh, it didn't sound like it was going to feel very good. And it didn't. Anyway, it was real swollen. It was real puffy and it was real painful. And so when I got home, I took a Carnosine and put an X39 on top of it. And I cut off the top and the bottom of the Band-Aid part. So I put it right underneath my nose, right across those teeth where the surgery had been done. And within about 10 minutes, it quit hurting. And so I wore it for the rest of the 12 hours, and then was doing good. And I waited the next 12 hours and put it right back on there. And it just healed up just fantastic. It was really good. It didn't hurt. And took the swelling down completely because it was real swollen and real sore. And I thought that was just a little thing, but it helped me, and I appreciated it.
Michelle, that is wonderful. And I think, whether it's little or big is an opinion. For me, it's a big thing, because a lot of pain is no fun. And right there, and you were brilliant to cut off that adhesive part on the top and bottom, and make it fit there. So awesome. And that's wonderful, because nobody likes pain. That's
Karen,
wonderful.
I'd like
Thank
to use
you.
that as a segue. I hope if you haven't already seen, there was this week's special came out. We woke up to a special. And this week, if you buy 2 X39, you get a free Carnosine.
Awesome.
Good. And Carnosine is really good for building muscle and, helping that also. So awesome.
It also works
Yay.
on when I'm sewing. My thumb has a little bit of a painful movement. I won't say the name.
In the joint, I know what you mean. I think I have that.
And I've been making baby quilts lately. And so when I get up in the morning, I just plop a Carnosine right on my thumb, and I just get through the day just fine. Doesn't hurt a bit. It's fine.
Awesome. That's beautiful. I love it. So anything else? I think we might have time for one more. And then have you done any announcements yet, Gregory?
No, I haven't. No, I have not.
So let's see if there's one more, and then we'll go into announcements either way. I don't like the phone. I'm too close.
I have a question, and maybe Gregory really knows the answer. I'm pretty good about knowing what all the patches are good for, except Carnosine. I never really got down what Carnosine does for you. If someone could just really give the benefits of using the Carnosine patch.
Well, good morning, Darlene. Good morning, everybody. Carnosine, it's part of the, YH trio. So it is an anti-aging patch. It repairs tissues, especially muscle tissues. It's also made in the eye. So when people are having challenges with their eyes. I know both Gregory and I put one right here on our temple before we go to sleep. And we got an early diagnosis of, one of those things that happens as people get older. And it's not a complicated thing, but it happens to a lot of people. So we've heard amazing stories from people that have not had to have surgery because of it. So it's made in the eye, and it also helps with memory, short-term memory, helps with the heart and the brain. And David did a wonderful talk on carnosine and glutathione that you can find in the units section, unit 14. David goes through all his different product trainings, and there's a great one where you can learn. He's specifically focused on brain health and heart health. The heart is a muscle. So it helps if you hear people that have torn muscles or accidents, put the carnosine right on it. I put it right over my scar after my knee replacement. And it's amazing. So we sleep with it every night. Some people wear it during the day. There's many different placements. And I have a, Judy Daniel, I don't know if she's on the line. When she got into LifeWave, she got deep into carnosine. So she put a document together that I'll look for. It's a generic document. Let's see if I can find it and post it in the product section in our Facebook group, because it was tons of resources about carnosine. It became her favorite, even above and beyond X39, although that's foundational for everything. So I think you're going to really enjoy, and I invite everyone to do your own independent research on carnosine. How's that? Was that helpful? Yeah. Muscles, brain, heart, all kinds of things. Okay.
That was fabulous, Robin. Fabulous.
In today's email, it says, take advantage of this great deal to help you focus and keep sharp as your schedule changes for the fall. Not only does it offer increased mental clarity, it improves strength, flexibility, and endurance. Yay, carnosine.
Hey, carnosine.
We have an array of products that are just out of this world, and a paradigm shift for so many people. So, Gregory, do you want to do a little plug for today?
Yeah, sure. Just a week at a glance, so we're going to continue with our noon Zooms. That's noon my time, Mountain Time Zone. So it's 11 a.m. And those are for prospects, unless you guys just don't get enough of me and you want to hear me. I'm doing them live every day around noon. And it's a great way as a second exposure to someone. I think the 3-minute video, the 3, 4, 5-minute videos are the best using the InTouch system. So noon Zoom for 15 minutes tight, and so just go to liveyoungerzoom.com. And then our newsletter will be going out this afternoon, as it does every Monday, news you can use. And Tim and Helen, are we going to be launching our, you want to get a little sneak preview to everyone this morning about that?
Yeah, so when we were at the conference, which was amazing, and it was like already almost, 3/4 of a year ago, Phil Jones spoke, and he was so fantastic. Everybody loved him. He gave us such great information, and, so we each got a book of his too. So he knows how to give you the right language to share with people to help them be open-minded. So then LifeWave gave us this Empower series, and a lot of us probably took it, but some of us are new, never took it yet. But those of us who took it, surely could do it again. So we decided it would be fun. A few of the leaders thought about, how about a book club? Then we think, what about an empowerment club? So we're going to, all of us as a group, our team Live Younger, will be watching the Phil Jones video on empowerlifewave.com with the password being little x39. So we're going to watch that. And then on the Live Younger Facebook page, we can interact, say what we liked about it, so that we can all learn from each other. Like, I've done this and this really was helpful, that kind of thing. And then Thursday is our business focused call, where we do business testimonials as well as getting business tips. But there, at that point, we will be sharing, verbally, like on this today. And there's really fun news, because we're going to have a contest. So if you attend all 6 of these, and we're doing it 6 weeks in a row, then your name will go into a drawing. And we have a little app where there's a little spinner wheel. So all the names of all the people who commented and showed up on, all these, the Thursday event, sharing about it, how we feel about it. We all will have our names in there. They'll push the button and voila, somebody will win. What, Gregory?
A month's supply of X39.
That's right. What a gift. So show
Yeah.
up and it's phenomenal. The whole series is great. So we just want to do it as a group and like grow together.
So
Right.
we'll be launching that tonight with our, this afternoon with the newsletter. We'll have information about it and we'll give the links and the passcode. So, the goal is, as Helen said, to get us all kind of reviewing week 1 of the empowerment series this week. And next week we'll do number 2 and for the next 6 weeks, because it is so powerful. So many great business building tools and special guests that, he brought in to share. So very excited. It was a great idea. Thank you, Helen. That was, Helen's brainchild there. Yep. Beautiful. So that's it for announcements for me.
Okay, then I think it's a wrap. Thank you everybody for being here and tune in this evening. We'll see y'all again.
Thank you. Gregory and Robin are in the empowerment series too.
Oh, that's right. We are. Yeah.
And Gregory, thanks for stepping in for me on all my technical difficulties.
My pleasure. Thanks, Karen. Thanks,
Thank you,
everyone.
everyone.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Hear you tonight.
Okay, bye-bye, everybody.